Raw after WrestleMania took place tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada at the T-Mobile Arena. We started the show off with our new WWE Champion John Cena coming out, and his entrance is now with dim lights. He's wearing all black, it seems, and you have a graphic where it says John Cena in white letters with like all black. So, and he still does have the old theme music, even though his entrance is different now. So he cuts a scathing promo on the fans, as we knew he would. You can almost compare it to almost the reverse of what he did 12 years ago when he won the WWE Championship from The Rock. That's the last time I'm ever going to say that guy's name. I don't want to hear that fucker's name anymore. I'm so mad at you, Rock. I'm just going to rant right now. Rock, get the fuck out. Stay the fuck out of this. You're on the board. Whatever. You want to make an appearance at WrestleMania to welcome us to the show? Fine. Do not ever involve yourself in storylines again. I don't trust you to follow through. You pinned Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring last year in the main event of WrestleMania. You were supposed to face Cody at WrestleMania this year. This was not supposed to be John Cena and Cody Rhodes. This was supposed to be The Rock and Cody Rhodes, and The Rock would have done the favor for Cody. And then maybe next year do the favor for Roman. I don't want to hear about Rock and Cody. I don't want to hear about Rock and Roman anymore. To me, both those matches are dead. One we know is dead 100%. The other one is probably dead 80% right now. I don't want to hear about them anymore. Mr. Johnson, big fan of yours. You and Stone Cold are the reason why I got into wrestling. Rock and Austin. I'm done. I don't want to see you anymore. You're not going to commit. Just stay away, please. Anyway, John Cena started the show, and he's ripping on the fans. He's calling them. Well, he's upset with them for being disrespectful to him for all these years, and he never forgot about it. And then he mentions Cody. The fans boo him, and John Cena even rips on the fans for booing Cody, which was funny. And that was the last time you ever heard Cody's name. I just hope they keep Cody off TV for a while. The fans are going to keep booing him. It's a cool thing to do now. It sucks. I don't know why they're doing it. It's annoying. He really doesn't deserve it. I don't get it, but I hope they keep Cody off TV for a few months right now. And as for Cena, we know his next opponent, but we'll get into that. So he counted down his dates, and he tells us that he only has 27 dates left, so there's only 27 more times that we will see John Cena this year. And that's practically half a year, so there's 8 months left in the year. We'll get him for most weeks, and that'll be it. And he also said those were 27 appearances, not matches. So counting, I think, did it count tonight? So is it 27 after tonight or 26? I'm not sure. But he says he's the last real WWE champion. He says they'll create a new championship after him, but he's going to take this one away, and that's the last time you'll see it, and they'll have to create a new champion, and there'll still be wrestling. But that's his whole message. And then as he's talking, he's being booed at some points, but he gets cheered. He gets cheered a lot, and he says he doesn't care that he's being cheered. And then, as he's talking near the end, Randy Orton appears behind him, lays him out with an RKO, and Randy takes out Cena tonight, and I think we know our main event for Backlash, which is in 3 weeks in St. Louis, Missouri. It makes all the sense in the world. WWE Champion John Cena against his longtime rival, the man he's had more matches with than anyone else, facing him in his hometown, Randy Orton. So Liv Morgan's out with Raquel Rodriguez, and I thought, all right, so maybe a Liv segment, but she's wearing her gear. And then they announced that they're having an impromptu women's tag team title rematch. I don't know why. Why? Why do we need to do this? What was the point of having Becky and Lara return? But Becky and Lara come out as champions. They were making their entrance to the backstage area. They show Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley in the crowd to promote the NXT match tomorrow night at the Fontainebleau, which will be the final WWE show of Las Vegas and WrestleMania weekend in Vegas. That's the last show. So WrestleMania weekend, the whole week, the festivities officially end tomorrow night in NXT, and then SmackDown, I believe, is in Texas. So it's been a ride. It's been pretty disappointing, to be honest. WrestleMania sucked. WrestleMania just sucked. I'm just going to say it right now. WrestleMania 41 sucked. And but they showed Gigi and Tatum there. I don't think we're going to get 2 title changes back to back, but Becky and Lyra, after they came out, they had a good tag match that was better than the match they had last night. I get the crowd was a little bit more dead because they'd seen a lot, but I mean, it was a better match. A lot of the wrestling we saw tonight was better. I mean, maybe not for night 2, but at least night 1, we see better matches on Raw and SmackDown every single week, and that's. I don't want to talk about WrestleMania anymore, but it just pisses me off that Triple H did such a shit job. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, tonight was great, but I mean, this is just Raw. You fucked up WrestleMania, man. It's not cool. It's upsetting that WrestleMania was as bad as it was. But Liv Morgan pinned Lyra Valkyria to regain the belt. So Liv and Raquel are champions. I was thinking to myself, what the fuck? But after the match, Becky Lynch turns on Lyra. I didn't like. To me, why couldn't they just do this at Mania? Why did they even have to win? But they had Becky turn on her after the match. So I was so disappointed. I got pissed off. Because after Liv Morgan pins Lyra Valkyria, they win the belts. I'm thinking, hey, what the fuck? But Becky Lynch turns on Lyra Valkyria right after that. She destroys her, gives her multiple clotheslines, just beats the living shit out of this girl, then hits her with multiple pump handle, whatever they call it, side slams. That looks like the rock bottom kind of move. She destroys this girl. She's now the heel. The fans are cheering her like crazy. And I'm thinking, okay, this is not a good position for Lyra because she's going to be booed. The fans are going to cheer for Becky Lynch regardless. She's a heel. Lyra's not over as a babyface. She doesn't get a reaction as a face. Becky is a popular heel. She's the most popular female wrestler ever, basically, in the company. It's between her and Charlotte as, you know, the 1A and 1B, whatever, however unranked them as the 2 greatest female wrestlers ever in WWE. I'm thinking, why are they putting Lyra in this position? And it pisses me off. I'm really mad now that we didn't get this match at WrestleMania. Why are we not getting this now? We wanted Becky and Lyra at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch coming back around the Rumble. It's where she should have returned. Number 30 should not have been Nikki Bella. It should have been Becky Lynch. We should have had Becky return at number 30. Then she goes, she doesn't win, but she goes to Raw, and eventually she forms an alliance, and maybe she turns on Lyra after the Chamber, something like that. And then we get a big match at WrestleMania for the first ever time the Women's Intercontinental Championship is defended at WrestleMania, and it's a big deal because Becky Lynch is going for the title. And Lyra, maybe she wins, maybe she loses. She can lose. It wouldn't be a big deal, but you have a big match. You have Lyra Valkyria against Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. You would have also had, perhaps if this was booked better and they weren't acting like immature little bitches, like Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. And then also, I don't know why we didn't get this fucking match. I really wanted to see it. Bayley against Roxanne Perez. And Bayley was nowhere to be seen. They say she has a separated shoulder. I don't believe. I think she's fine. But you could have done all these matches. Those are 3 matches I really wanted to see at WrestleMania. Charlotte, Tiffany before. I didn't know it was going to turn out like shit. I'm talking around the Rumble. I didn't know it was going to turn out to be as bad as it was. The match wasn't too bad, just the whole program. I wanted to see Becky and Lyra, and I wanted to see Roxanne and Bayley. We didn't get any of them. We got Charlotte Tiffany, but it was horrible how it all played out. I mean, the match really didn't deliver that much. It was okay. So, anyway, I want to see Becky and Lyra. Why is this happening now? And why, how they handled Bayley still annoys me. I don't get this. I mean, Lyra's going to be booed. She's going to be booed out of the building. Becky's the heel. She has no chance in here. I mean, did you not see what happened with Cody and Cena? It's going to be 10 times worse because Lyra, she has no support. She gets no reaction. She's going to be booed out of the building in this. I'm not a big fan of this. New Day were out next, and the Alpha Babes interrupt them with Maxine Dupree talking, and they go back and forth, and then all of a sudden, they were going to set up a tag team match right there, and all of a sudden, Rusev makes his return, and he looks like he's wearing boxing shorts, basically, with boots, and Rusev looked like a freaking killer. He looks like someone who's going to kill you. He came in there, he has a good look to him, he looked mean, and he fucking destroyed Tozawa, then he destroyed Otis, put him in the, what is it called, the Accolade, whatever that submission is, the Camel Clutch. It was so cool seeing Rusev back. He got a big reaction from the fans. Everyone cheered for Rusev. They tried cheering Rusev Day. We're not getting Rusev Day. We're getting Rusev as just a killer heel right now, it looks like. That's what we're going to see. I am so happy to see Rusev back. We didn't get Lana. I know some people want Lana, others don't. Thing is, I have a little bit nostalgia for that gimmick because I remember it when it first happened. I like seeing Lana back, not just because she's very attractive, but her and Rusev got back together. I would have liked seeing them as a duo again. And the problem is, everyone knows she's not Russian. Her name's CJ Perry, born in Florida. We've seen her drop the accent before, so it can't go back to being, this Russian villain, whatever. It's going to be some Rocky IV stuff. But she doesn't have to do that. She can just be Lana, just as, how she formerly was, just now as a manager, speaking with an American accent. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see her back, but I'm happy to see Rusev back after 5 years. Been a long time. Welcome back, Rusev. Io Sky's out next, and then they announced, Io Sky was getting good pop. Before she talked, they do a commercial, and they announced Survivor Series will take place in San Diego, California, and it's going to take place where the Padres play, so it's a stadium show. This is the first time Survivor Series has ever been in a stadium. I don't agree with it. I think Survivor Series is an arena show. I don't know if they can sell a stadium, but it is only baseball stadium, so they can probably get enough tickets. We'll see how hot the product is. But San Diego gets Survivor Series. It's going to a baseball stadium, and you're going to have Royal Rumble, which was in Indianapolis. That was probably going to end up with the biggest attendance, and WrestleMania was in Las Vegas. SummerSlam will be in New Jersey, also in a stadium, which will also have a bigger attendance than WrestleMania. And Survivor Series also in a baseball stadium in San Diego. So all four of the big four shows and stadiums this year. It's the first time that's ever happened. Survivor Series, I didn't think they'd move to a stadium, but they've done it. It's a two rings, so the seating will be actually less than they'll have to sell. Usually, if it was just one ring, so we have that to look forward to, but that's not for a while. So the fans are loving Io Sky. She's so happy. She's just such a nice baby face. She's taking it all in. They chant, "You deserve it." And then Stephanie Vaquer interrupts her. She gets a big pop. People love Stephanie. And she's praising Io Sky. She puts her over really much. And Io really is thankful for that. And then Stephanie challenges her to a match. Now, it's a non-title match. Adam Pearce comes out. Fans boo him. He asks if he wants the match. They both say yes. And there we go. We get Io Sky against Stephanie Vaquer impromptu match. And they just had a very fast-paced match. The crowd was really into it. They love both of them. Everyone loves Io. Everyone loves Stephanie. Stephanie does the move. You know what I'm talking about. The ass move where you see her ass bounce up and down. And the fans are doing the like Booker T does. Stephanie is so over, man. It's incredible how much that move has helped get her over. But they just gravitated to her so much. She's such a star. They loved that move, and they just had a tremendous match. There was a lot of good counters, some high spots, some different combinations. There was a "This is awesome" chant. There was a "Fight Forever" chant, and everyone's into this. This is going great. People like Io, and they like Stephanie. And then all of a sudden, Roxanne Perez attacks Io Sky, causing a disqualification. Roxanne smiles, and then Julia comes and attacks her old best friend, Stephanie Vaquer, probably still her best friend, and she beats down Stephanie. And then it's 2-on-1, 2-on-2. Roxanne and Julia are now seemingly an alliance, which is interesting. I don't think Julia's on TV. I don't think that's what we're going to get. I don't think she's on TV on the main roster. Or Stephanie Vaquer. I think they're both still in NXT. Roxanne Perez, I think, obviously is in Raw. But it was weird because are they going to have Julia and Roxanne as a new duo? They were kind of hinting at that. I wouldn't mind it too much, but they beat down the two of them, and Rhea Ripley comes out to the ring to make the save. Roxanne gets thrown out by Rhea. Julia and Rhea tease a fight, but Julia retreats. Her and Roxanne walk down the ramp. Rhea holds up the title over a fallen Io Sky, and she still wants it. And I guess we're going to get Rhea and Io maybe in a singles. It was a great segment, I have to say. Really liked it. I see CM Punk walking backstage, and then they played the Jey Uso Big Championship. This was exactly the same song. It seemed like they played for Cody Rhodes last year when he was in the middle of the ring in Philadelphia. Yeah, as he won the title, and the fans are just cheering him, and those are good memories. I kind of almost want to go back to Philadelphia in a way, just rewind the clock and redo this whole year over again because it was such a disappointment what we got. I'm so mad at The Rock, man. I'm so mad at you, Rock. I'm so disappointed. And I'm mad at Triple H for how he booked this year. Let's be real. Since WrestleMania 40, the product really hasn't been that good. It's been pretty average, to be honest. especially coming out of the fall after the SummerSlam show. It was pretty boring. And Survivor Series had the Bloodline Civil War. Since then, up until tonight, really, the product's been mid as fuck. Rumble wasn't very good. The Chamber was a great show because of the heel turn, and WrestleMania was such a far cry from the last 2 years. I'm so disappointed in WrestleMania. I don't want to praise the show too much because I'm still mad at Triple H for that lackluster, disappointing, really pretty bad WrestleMania. I'm really still mad at him for it. So they do the Jey Uso tribute. And then Jay does the yeet. He does it a whole bunch of times. You know what it is. Sami Zayn comes out to congratulate him. Sami says he came to Vegas to congratulate Jay and how proud of Jay he is. And they embrace. They yeet together. Then out comes Jimmy, and the three of them do the yeet. They all embrace. They do the Uso handshake. The fans chant Sami Uso. Then they keep doing the yeet over and over again. I guess I just hope this was just for one night. I don't need to see Jay as champion for much long, but unfortunately, the way they're doing it, and the way the fans are cheering for him, it just sucks, man. It's like you have no control over it. You know this guy is fucking horrible in the ring. You know his promos are fucking abysmal, but he just does this thing that people like. It's like, I don't know, they like doing the yeets. It just sucks. They show celebrities in the crowd. Then they do a post-Mania interview with Kathy Kelly interviewing Logan Paul. He's, of course, gloating about his win. Then backstage, Jackie Redmond interviews AJ Styles. And then Karrion Kross and Scarlett interrupt. AJ tells them to solve their own problems. There was a thing where earlier today, Kross really ripped into the company. He did like this thing where I think it was Megan Morant and Sam Roberts were doing some sit-down thing for their podcast, and Kross crashed it, really ripped into the company for keeping him off Mania and not getting opportunities. It was an amazing promo by him. His best promo he's ever cut. His good friend, late Kevin Castle, would be proud. He'd be on the show if he was still with us, praising Karrion Kross right about now. But Kross is told by AJ to solve his own problems. It's almost as if it was the company talking to Kross. That's how he got it. But he was with Scarlett. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I hope they don't let him go. I think it would suck if they did, but I guess that just remains to be seen. So Gunther appears on the break. He confronts the announcers, and then he tries to choke out Cole because Cole told him I didn't tap out. Then he went after McAfee. He choked out McAfee. The security guards had to try to stop it. Tried to stop Pat's friends from breaking it up. I mean, they were just going to let Gunther choke Pat McAfee to death. And he keeps it on forever, and McAfee's selling it like he's dead. Gunther won't break it. Eventually, they get Gunther off of him, and then they help Pat to the back. You had Joe Tessitore taking over on commentary, and then you saw in the backstage trainers room McAfee going in to the doctor's room, and then Cole is ready to go in too. He's there, but you had Adam Pearce tell Michael Cole to take the night off, and Cole is, they make him look like he's so brave and defiant. He says he can't allow this bully to stop him from doing his job, so he goes back on commentary, gets a pop, and you have Michael Cole and Joe Tessitore on commentary together to finish the show. Pat's in the doctor's room. I'm thinking, are we getting Pat and Pat McAfee and Gunther? I don't know. I mean, McAfee has had a good match before, but I don't want to see him and Gunther. Or maybe they're writing him off TV. He's busy this week, so he's going to be active when he has to do the NFL draft. That's a big thing for him. So he's going to be busy all week. I don't know if he'll probably be on Raw on Monday, I assume, but we'll see. Football season's not till September, so we'll see what they do with him. Dominic Mysterio and Penta for the Intercontinental title. Dom defending. So Dom, it was an okay match. It was a quick match. Dom won after JD McDonough returned. They pinned Penta in the ring. So JD returns. He throws Penta off the rope. Dom hits a 619 followed by the frog splash. Wins the match. Finn looks on disappointed. The Judgment Day celebrates. Living with Keller champions again, as is Dom, who's the Intercontinental champion. They're all happy. JD's there. Carlito's there. And Finn just looks dejected. And it looks like eventually we're going to get another Finn Balor turn. He's going to turn on another member of the Judgment Day. It's only a matter of when. But Dom is still healed. They haven't turned him face yet. We got a video of El Grande Americano defending his big. promoting his big win at WrestleMania. And then Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman come out. The fans chant, "Fuck you, Heyman." Heyman, as Seth's about to talk, he's immediately interrupted by CM Punk, who's pissed off. He beats the shit out of Seth in the corner, goes after Heyman, but then Seth comes back, attacks him, lays him out with a curb stomp, and they drop the mic down, and you see all the credits. It looks like that's the end of the show, but they're standing over Punk, and however Roman Reigns comes out, he gets a big pop. He hits Rollins with a spear. Roman is pissed off now. I think he hit a Superman punch on Paul Heyman. He's ready to destroy Heyman with a spear, but instead Roman gets speared by a man in a hood who turns out to be Braun Breaker. We now have an alliance between Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. Breaker gave Punk a spear after that, and then he gave Roman a spear through a barricade. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman pose together to end the show, and that's how the Raw after WrestleMania ended. So I have to say, as a show, this is one of the best Raw after Manias of all time. This was a great episode of Raw, no doubt about it. Despite how angry I am at the WWE and Triple H and The Rock for what we got at WrestleMania last weekend, particularly the main event of Sunday and the undercard of Saturday, I'll give credit where credit's due and say, yeah, Raw was great tonight. It was a great show. It's just disappointing that Raw is so much better than WrestleMania. It's funny just how much better of a show it was than WrestleMania either night. So that was Raw, and that concludes WWE's portion, the main roster's portion of Las Vegas of Mania Weekend. Tomorrow it all ends when NXT has a show at the Fontainebleau. I'll review that, and that will conclude WrestleMania in Las Vegas. The whole week.